good morning. Today in the biology class, 10th class, today we have to study the new chapter, control and coordination. We know that we are multicellular organisms and we are made up of different organs and organ systems. And these all the organs and organ system perform their work in different environmental condition and different physiological demand, different physical demand, different metabolic demand in different coordinated way. So we have to know that just when we are going to broadcast the seeds in the agricultural field, we know that after getting the suitable amount of moisture, temperature, and oxygen, that seed start to germinate and will have the formation of two leaf like a structure, that is plumule and that is radicle. We know that plumule will displace the seed soil particles just which is found above the surface of plumule and come out from the soil surface, and the radicle will start to form the root and goes deep and deep beneath the soil so that to absorb the water and minerals. So one, that is the seed which is doing its other work. We know that cat is running and we can see that children are swinging on the swing, and the buffaloes are chewing the cuds. So these all the things, buffaloes are chewing the curds means that is why this is chewing the curd to digest, to break the complex food material into the simpler forms. If the cat is running just behind the, that is the rat, because to fulfill the food demand. We know that if the children are playing over the swing means they are entertaining themselves. Means rat is a stimulus which is stimulating the cat to run behind that. We know that if the cow is chewing, a buffalo is chewing the cud, means it is known that the cud is a stimulus. Cud is a stimulus, and that is stimulating the buffalo to break this cud so that the digestive process can ease and the energy can be emitted to fulfill the body demand. We know that if the children are swinging and are playing with the swing, then they are entertaining themselves. I mean, the swing is the stimulus, and entertainment is the response of the body of the children. So if any stimulus, then a response is given by the body. Means this environmental factor, this biotic and abiotic factors, in some cases are a stimulus, and the body which are responding against them and which are acting against them, that is we can say that is the response of the body, that is the response given by the body. Means this is called a stimulus response. If any stimulus is there, the response will be certainly there. If the moisture is there, germination will be there. If the suitable temperature is there, germination of seed will be there. If the plumule has to come out from the soil surface, that will be displacing the soil surface. So all these things will be happening not by the action of only one cell, that is happening by the coordination of different tissues and the different organs in the different cases of organisms. But we have to know that what are the things which are getting this stimulus, what are the things which are recognizing this stimulus, what are the things which is influencing the body to respond against the particular stimulus, environmental condition or the factors which are stimulating the body. Then we know that the things in the living body, we will talk about the things which are responsible for the creation of response, for the production of response against the particular stimulus. That is the neuron cell, that is the nervous system in our body. And we know that the network of neural system is found in our body. And this neurons having the different structures, you know that you have already studied in the 9th class that neuron is the functional unit of the nervous system, and in this neuron different structures are found. You can see this figure. These are the theoretical structure which are called dendrite. This is the part in which the cytoplasm is filled, and in the center, that is the nucleus, and this total part is known as cell body or cyton. You know that this helical structure which is going from just arising from the cell body and going in this direction, that is called axon, and this overlapping is known as myelin sheath. And in the myelin sheath, you know that just besides that there is a cell that is found, that is called Schwann cell, and this is the fibrous structure that is called axon, and it is terminating in the end, that is called synaptic nerve. In our axon terminal, you can see. You have to know that When this is happening, when the stimulus is coming here, when the that stimulus is received by the end, the first end of the neuron, that is called dendrite. When the dendrite, when any stimulus is coming here and is stimulating, and that will be caught by the dendrite, and that dendrite will be creating an electrical impulse, an electrical channel that will be carrying this information through this cytoplasm, through this cell body, to the axon, to the nerve ending, to the axon terminal. And this neuron channels, these many neuron channels will be carrying the information to the brain, so that analysis of the information or the stimulus can be done. You have to know that the this is the myelin sheath. This is the chemical which is overlapping the axon, fibrous structure, that is the axon. You know that this myelin sheath play the role of insulator, so that if the electron termination, if the electron circuit is going on through this fibrous structure, that electronic structure, that electronic channel cannot be deviated, cannot be allowed to deviate from this path, and that will be carrying the information and finally sending them to the brain, to the CNS, to the spinal cord, can be performed successfully, so that the myelin sheath will be overlapping the axon, so that any deviation of the information of the electrical impulse which has been caught by, which has been received by the first end, that is called dendrite, can be done successfully. But when one neuron is ending and another neuron is starting, we know that how this electronic channel will be facilitating the information to jump from the previous neuron to the next neuron. Then we will have to know that the nerve ending of the previous neuron and the dendrite of the next neuron will have some space between them, and that space is known as synaptic cleft, synapse. You know that this is the space between the nerve ending and the dendrite, between the nerve ending and the dendrite, and that is called synapse or synaptic cleft. Some chemical compounds are found here in the nerve ending of the synaptic knob, which will be stimulated by the electronic impulse which is coming from the dendrite end, and that will be stimulating this chemicals to jump in this gap of the which is found between the nerve ending and the dendrite of the next neuron, and that is called neurotransmitter, that will be transmitting the masses from the previous neuron to the next neuron. And in this way, masses will be going on to the final part, final part, that we know that is the brain, and where the analysis will be done of the information, and again the order will be given. We know that in our nose the receptor cells and the neural receptor cells are found, that is called olfactory receptor cells, and these olfactory receptors will be feeling the different types of smells and the odors. We know that we have the tongue, and in this tongue the different types of cells are found, which are called gustatory receptor cells, and these gustatory receptor cells will be giving us the information about the different tastes, like the sweet, like the sour, etc. So these are the cells which are responsible for the taking the different types of tastes, different types of smells, which are found in the nose, in the eyes, in the tongue, in the sense organs of our body, on the skin. So this is about the coordination of the different types of neural circulation, so that the body can respond against the stimulus, against the environmental factors successfully. Thank you.